wait for the rain or the bad weather. Usually, most of the year, I avoid going out in the rain. Most of us do, don't we? We avoid the bad weather. But with street photography, I've recently discovered something quite interesting. That bad weather sometimes makes really good street drama. Because it's really hot here. This is why the late night video, because it's the hottest day of the year. And we've had a lot of heat waves over here in England, in the UK. And so it's late, but I can't sleep because it's too hot. I'm just sweating just sitting here. So yeah, I took out my Z8 with, I started off, so I'm still testing out the 35mm. Yeah, took out the 35mm 1.4, which I'm testing. And then I switched to the 40 f2. And something about it that I loved, something about 35 and street photography and travel, it just has a really nice perspective from my point of view. I think it has context. And if you've got a fast aperture like a 1.4, then you can get some drama and depth of field that I like to do sometimes, even though mostly I'm shooting at 2.8 f4 anyway. See, I didn't do any vlogging because it was too hot in Birmingham, and I wanted to be inconspicuous. I didn't want to be seen taking photos. I wanted to get natural reactions. But when I've got a camera this size, it isn't that big, but and these lenses aren't that big either, but I was noticed. You are noticed, you know, even though I'm shooting from the hip, so I take photos from here. I'll do a little demonstration. So I have the camera on like this, just around my thing, and I just take like this, because I know kind of the point in the right direction. I use auto face and eye detect, and it works a lot of the time. And I'm shooting in the right direction, high shutter speed, and it's a good percentage of success. Yeah, I was even taking pictures of a crane going up a building, and they even noticed me taking a photo of that. How am I that? Because it's one of the few times I put the camera to my face, I suppose. But even when they're up a skyscraper, I got noticed using my Z8. And that's why smaller cameras, something like the Leica, something like Loz would use, will be less. People won't notice it so much, they won't be bothered. But when you've got a big camera like this, you're going to get noticed. Capture street photography as it is without imposing the camera's influence on it. Of course, most of the time, people are just on their phone anyway. And that's another good thing. When it starts raining, they're not on their phones anymore because they don't want to be on their phones. They're getting cover. So with the 40mm, it's an interesting focal length to use. I'm used to 50, I'm used to 35. And especially the size of this lens is so good that it won't be noticed as much. And it has a nice retro design because I've got the special edition version. I don't know if it's me, but the image quality is good. I'm fine with it. It does the job. At the same time I use the 35 f1.4, and this isn't a S-line professional lens either. I just feel it got much better image quality and rendition from this lens. I don't know. Obviously, well, I suppose if you consider the price, then this lens is twice the price, if not more, than the Muffin lens 40 f2. So maybe it should be. When it's sunny, I really love street photography because the direct light coming through, you've got dark shadows, and if you find a position where you've got bright light and dark shadow and someone walking through the scene, I like just minimalism on that. It's epic, I really enjoy that. But I guess my idea in my head is I don't want to take stereotypical street photos either. It's all been done before, it's all been seen before. I want to create, well, like when I go to tourist attractions, like anywhere you go, Big Ben or something in London, I don't see the point in taking fat photo. Maybe just for yourself, just for your own tourist photos, or it's something quite cool. You take a photo of it for your own record. But for street photography, to be artistic, it's really hard because there has to be something else in the scene that's different, that no one else will create at that time. Like even if older people sometimes wear those caps and hats, which are really cool. I love seeing people in hats for some reason. It just has a lot of character. And for some reason with a 40 f2, it just didn't seem to get focus as much as the 35 1.4. Again, it could just be my user error, but I had the same settings on both. I just feel the 35 got that focus when I'm shooting from the hip a lot more, but again, I don't know. And talking characters, Miss Doubtfire, there was something going on in Birmingham. There's like Mrs. Doubtfire dressed up like Robin Williams in the film. It's quite funny to see. I tried to get some shooting from the hip photos as well. There's some kind of something going on, I'm not sure what, but it's quite funny. And the good thing shooting with the Z8, because I shoot on full 46 megapixels, so I can crop in, because I'm shooting with primes, it gives you can crop in so far, and if you've got a sharper lens, you can retain that sharpness in different composition, and it's really good to use, because with primes, especially if you're doing street, interesting to see commuters on a really hot day or hot weeks like this. You know, they're hot and bothered, they're sweaty, they don't want to be commuting, they don't want to be on trains or buses or cars or even walking in the street. And you get some really like expressions on their faces. And with street photography, the 1.4, I did shoot sometimes, I flicked to 1.4 because I wanted to isolate the subject. There's a guy in a balcony overlooking the shopping centre, New Street. I thought, that's really good to get 1.4 on that. Didn't know you could do 2.5. Yeah, but 2.5, it's fine. It's a bit sharper, but it's more distracting in the background. Whereas a 1.4, you can see the vignetting, but it's more isolated. You have that kind of compressed look. It's really nice. And then the rain, suddenly, I don't think anyone expected it, but the rain just poured down like torrential rain. And it's some great photos. And there's even one point where the camera didn't focus on the people, it missed focus, but it actually had loads of raindrops in front of it, which was kind of cool. I like that photo, but I don't know why it's missing focus so much. I think when Nikons can't see faces, it struggles. It'll just go crazy, it won't focus on anything. And the streets tend to empty as well, so you get more isolation, people scrambling. Then I tried some slow shutter speed on a bridge. There's like skyscrapers in the background on the bridge, people rushing by. So I went to, what is it, a 13th of a second, just standing still. And you can do that because the image stabilisation is so good. I got some really interesting, artistic, classic looking photos. But yeah, so my advice and what I'm looking forward to doing again with this dramatic, hot weather with storms as well looming, just is to go out when there's bad weather, either heat wave, rain or storm, to make some real drama and unique photos, because that's what we want, isn't it? We don't want the photos everyone's took before. So if you get these unique photos with characters and people clamouring to get out of the rain we haven't been prepared for, it's quite good. So yeah, I hope you're enjoying the weather, or the bad weather, or wherever you look at it, and yeah, I'll see you next time.